So in this video, we're going to talk about some new things that you can do with CF Pro Tools that you might not know of that you could have done, or with ClickFunnels. Or if you put the two of them together, you can actually do some pretty neat things. Probably wondering, why am I looking at these guys from Cashflow Tactics? Ryan, Brad, Jimmy from Cashflow. I actually had a question from somebody the other day asking about the About page and how this could be hacked. As funnel hackers, as people that want to solve problems, you guys are probably get that. Probably go, I wonder how could you do that? And the question was, how would we build something like this, kind of where there's biography, and when you click on them, the biography down here changes per which one is clicked on. So I thought, you know what, that'd be kind of cool. What if I figured out a way to do that? Spoiler alert, I already figured it out, and I'm going to show it to you. It's actually right here. So that way I just saved you like 2 hours worth of your time. It doesn't look quite the same, but it's the same concept. So you've got your pictures here, and when you click on them, the bio down here changes out. I could just as easily take these pictures, take this background, and take this text, and it would look exactly like this on my own page. So now what I wanted to do here was just kind of give you guys, what I will do is give you guys a quick rundown of what it took to create this. So you'll see a couple different things going on. One of them is when I hover over the image, just like this, you see that the white background kind of pops up there, and you don't have to click on it, but you can hover over it and you kind of get that effect, right? So same thing happening here. I hover over it, and what's happening is we're using an add-on from CF Pro Tools inside of ClickFunnels, and what it does is it actually changes the image. It's actually two different pictures. So that's the CF Hover Pair add-on that does that. You can do that with any pictures. I could put completely different pictures in here if I wanted to make an even more dynamic effect, or I could do this with buttons of some sort. It'd be kind of cool. I could even make each one of these completely clickable. Okay, so now all that said, I'm not going to focus as much on that because CF Hover Pair has its own tutorial videos and instructions. Go get yourself a CF Pro Tools account. Go check that out. You'll see exactly how to set this up. Now what this is really going to come down to is creativity. How creative can you be to make things happen? So let's go step back into time here. What we have here in the ClickFunnels editor is these images up here, and then I think there's some for the CF Hover Pair. I've named those appropriately. You can see that it's just a few different pictures. I'm going to go back in. That's correct. So I'm going to leave that like that. But this down here was 3 different sections, and each one of these sections has what I call a selector ID. So actually, well, it's just called a selector ID. It's not like I just made that up. But if you go to the CSS info for any one of these, there's a CSS ID selector, and it looks like that, or it very well might be something completely different, right? So what I did, threw together a little script, found it online, made some alterations. I'm not a coder, and I try not to act like one, but in this video I am going to kind of act like one, even though I have honestly barely any idea what I'm doing. So remember, the Hover Pair is that add-on right there from ClickFunnels, and we also have this little script that I threw together, which basically says when one of this image is clicked on, this would be the far left image, basically says when this image is clicked on, show this section and then hide all these other sections, okay? So that's exactly what's happening, and this one is the same for the second image. When the second image is clicked on, show this section but hide all the other ones, okay? And then same with the third right here. All right, so basically I took that CSS ID selector and put that in here for the image, because the image has its own selector, and then each one of the sections has its own section, which is being shown or hidden based on the needs of this particular situation. That's why when you go here and you click on one of the images, it works. So clicking on the image, clicking on the image, clicking on the image, anywhere in that section, and then it brings up the particular bio for that particular person, right? So that's kind of cool. I liked how that worked. You could just as easily put pictures of anything in here. You could put in a background, a backdrop that makes things a little more dynamic and makes it look the way that you want it. So the real question here is, what if, and I'm just saying what if we were to use this for products instead of images, right? So maybe, and I'm just throwing this idea out there, what if these were paintings and we were selling them? So that actually looks kind of cool. Let's save that, and I'll hit preview. Actually, I'm not going to worry about that yet because that doesn't matter. All right, so what we're going to do, what if, so when I click one of the images, this one, I see information about this particular one, painting number 1 info, and then, all right, so we now have add to cart, add to cart, add to cart. I'm going to leave all these up here. I'm going to save this. We're going to go to the pop-up, show the pop-up. Right now there's nothing in here, but we're going to put one column in here, and then we're going to add a order form. All I'm going to do here is add in like just to keep things simplistic, an order an order select. What we're going to do now, what I want to happen, okay, what I want to happen is for when I click on one of these and then click add to cart, I want that pop-up to come up, and then I want the actual product to be selected because it will not normally happen that way. So I'm just going to hit save again here. So what I'm going to do here is just come back to CF Pro Tools, click on my add-ons, and I'm going to go find my select product on Click. All right, so select product on Click says I've never used it. Now that's possible, I'm not sure. I'm going to copy that code, come back here. I'm going to go to my settings, go back to the tracking code, and then I'm just going to stick that in there, hit the save button, and now we're going to click on the add to cart button, and I'm going to change the CSS title. Okay. Now if you remember back here, there was CF select product like that. I'm going to copy that out, and then I'm going to go back to my landing page. We're going to change the CSS title, but we're going to have to do this for each one of the products, which means I got to go in and get all the product IDs. 59. So that's all of my products right there. Save. Now what we're going to do, and this is the last bit, guys. We're almost there. I'm actually just going to hide these sections here. Now we have the painting info number 1. I'm going to hit save. We're going to hit preview and find out if any of this even worked because I haven't tried anything. All right, so let's hit preview. I like these paintings up here. These are really cool, especially when you hover over them, and they are the same images. Okay, so that's great. So I've got painting number 1 info, painting number 2 info, and painting number 3 info. Great. So what if I wanted painting number 3 and I want to add that to the cart? So I click, it did work, so the pop-up comes up and number 3 is selected. So that's all that I really wanted to do there. If I select number 2, add to cart, painting number 2 is selected, and same with number 1. If I click number 1, click add to cart, the first one is selected. So all 3 of these correlated. This is not the prettiest looking order page I've ever done, but the concept is the same, guys. I think this was really cool, and I like the things that we can do with CF Pro Tools. So we're using a combination here of hover pair for this here, and just a little bit of creativity to come up with the whole Cashflow idea here, where you might have a section, and you could make everything look however you want this to look, right? And then down here, we're using select product on Click, which is another CF Pro Tools add-on. So just a couple add-ons, and there's so many different ways to use this, so many ways to make this work. So you just have to dig into the creative side, take a look at everything that we have inside of a CF Pro Tools account. Go set yourself up with a CF Pro Tools account and a ClickFunnels account. I'll leave links down in the description. Go check those out. If you have questions, which you might, let us know. Hit us up at support or hit us up down in the comments. Tell me what you guys want to see. What would you like me to hack? Is there something that you'd like to see me make happen that you don't think you can do inside of ClickFunnels? And I may not be able to oblige, but I'll do my best. I'll try to put on my thinking cap and see if there's something cool that I can do. So big shout out to these guys over at Cashflow for being a part of this video, even though they have no idea that I'm making this video. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the like button, and hit that notification bell. I'll see you guys in another video, and I hope that this was helpful to you guys, okay? Take care, and I'll talk to you guys soon.